Today's guests are Jake, Hockey, and C.J., the duo behind Pred Task Force, which started in Michigan and has since grown into a nationwide, citizen-led operation dedicated to catching child predators before they can harm kids. Inspired by shows like To Catch a Predator, shout out Chris Hansen, they set up their own sting across the state, posing as minors on dating apps, conducting confrontations, and calling local law enforcement when the time is right. With over 215,000 Facebook followers, nearly 100,000 Instagram followers, and a growing presence on YouTube and TikTok, their work has sparked real conversation about what it looks like when everyday citizens decide they can't wait for the system to act. We're going to hear their story, why they started, what keeps them going, and how tools like Bark fit into the bigger picture of keeping kids safer online. I'm what's called a quick start. Like, I like to just get right to the point. Life is short. We don't have a lot of time. Cut right to the chase. Okay. That said, y'all don't know me. Nope. So before I start throwing all kinds of stuff at you, I want to give you a little bit of background of like who the heck I am. Okay. Mom of a 17-year-old, and I'm a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. I am author of this book right here, Parental Control, which is kind of hilarious because it's actually not all about like being in control, because nobody's in control, or none of us are in control, right?
Yeah. No.
And the CMO of Bark. So Bark Technologies, we help to protect over 7.5 million children across the nation, surfacing things like predation alerts and sextortion and grooming. So like ever since I was 6 years old and a victim and now a survivor and now a tech executive, like this has been a very important part of my life and my fight. Also, Bark Technologies is not a faith-based company per se, right? We're for-profit, agnostic. There's a lot of different people at the company that believe or don't believe a lot of different things, right? And we help to protect all families, no matter what they do or don't believe. Mm-hmm. But I personally I'm a Christian, love Jesus, not perfect, in fact. So far from it. In fact, we were talking before we started rolling about a common artist that we like, and that part of my life is definitely resemblant of a lot of bad choices that I made. Anyway, so just wanted to give you like who am I, what am I about? I like to have fun. I like to be real. I like to deal with the hard, heavy stuff. But because what we're dealing with all day, every day is really hard and really heavy, I also like to keep it light. I like to have fun. And don't take myself very seriously. So
that's awesome.
That's me in a nutshell.
You sound like somebody we would definitely hang out with.
Yeah, well, totally. Like
that's us right there.
I've seen your videos online. Obviously, huge fan. I'm like, these are our people. Like, we would totally vibe. So with that, Jake, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
Jake, you've mentioned there's a very personal reason behind why you started Pred Task Force, and something is you keep private. Total respect for that. Okay. And so without asking you to share what you might not be ready to share, can you tell us what the moment was like that made you say, like, I have to do something about this?
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of kids go through sexual abuse, and it's I always say that we're not going to be able to, like, there's so much of it. There's so much of it. So even the amount of work we do, we work 24/7. We're not even scratching the surface of it. But I wanted to be able to do something more than nothing, and I also feel like there's so many levels to it. Even when you get to the government, they're not like they don't receive enough harsher penalties. They're slapped on the wrist when they do it, and they're able to do it. We've caught people that have done this 4 or 5 times, documented. So it's just like the moment was. Just like we had a winter off work, and it was a couple months off work, and I had been studying this for the last 4 years, about 3.5 years, up leading to this point. Now it's 4 years in total. And I was just like, we have time right now. Like, let's see if we can make this work before our normal season, because I own a landscaping company for over a decade.
Wow.
And landscaping season was on the horizon, but it was a couple months out. And I'm like, I really want to do something about this. I told him. I filled him in, and he was like, yeah, let's do this. And it was the very first night from forward. I mean, we decided on it. We got our phones. Like I said, I have been studying this for years, so it wasn't like we just winged it. I had this whole thing mapped out for a long time before I came to him even and was like, hey, I want to do this. So when I did do that, we went and got our phones, like start decoying and stuff. And it was like, got our phones like 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. I called him. I'm like, I got our first guy tomorrow. He got arrested the next day. The next day we got another guy arrested. 2 days later, we went to the UP in Michigan, had another guy arrested. And it's just been nonstop ever since then.
That's amazing. And I can't thank you enough, because I have spoken to so many internet crimes against children detectives who share with me, like, there are more known offenders out there than we have team and budget and resources to go after. And
Sadly,
to me,
yes.
yeah, that's not okay.
No, children should be the highest priority, and there should be budget for children over anything at all. These are the next generation of people. These people are losing their innocence for life. They're being victimized. There should be room in the budget in every county for the children, and not just a small budget or like a little thing here or there. And I get it's a tough thing. That's a big discussion. But the children should be prioritized above anything else.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, and I will assume our audience does as well. CJ, what about you? How did you come into this work? What made you want to be a part of it?
Well, at first I was skeptical. I was like, how are we going to survive off doing this? Yes, It sounds noble. He came to me with the idea. We tried it out. And the first week I saw these predators interacting with what they believed to be children. I knew that there's something here, it's messed up. We've gotten dozens of people now, I've had people in my own life that have been molested as children, so I related a lot to the work we do. I'm ex-law enforcement. I was only on the force for a little bit. I was in a transitional period when he reached out to me, so I figured I'd try it, and we took off.
Stars aligned on that one.
Yeah.
There's just no one else I'd rather
will.
have with me, period. Because because these are dangerous things that we do, and I have to trust that my partner is going to save my life in a situation where it comes to that. You know?
It's ride or die. It's
so there was no one else I was even questioning. Like, I'm like, if he don't want to do this, it might never happen, because I can't do it on my own. And the stars aligned. He had a medical reason on why he was transitioning with police work, and it was just like it all lined up. It just the way it was meant to be.
Do you have any law enforcement background?
No.
You found a predator, reached out to law enforcement. Like, how does that work?
The process?
Yes.
Okay. So we put decoys online.
Yep.
When we first started, we were the decoys.
Right.
We don't decoy very much anymore.
Uh-huh.
We have a couple people that work for us, men and women, obviously adults, that use we have a process to make the decoys look younger.
Yeah.
Like, these are adults that look like 13, 14-year-old kids.
Right. And AI helps, right?
AI helps.
Yeah.
AI
In
is
our
a major,
favor.
AI is a major part of that.
Yeah.
And we put those decoys on dating apps, all sorts of dating apps, not just dating apps. It can be anywhere from, web pages, Discords, Reddits, dating apps. It could be anywhere. We put them on, and we never initiate contact. They always initiate contact with us. We always give the age within the first 10 messages about on average, because you got to have some back and forth before you drop an age on them, or the predators won't come. But we also never want to be in a position where somebody who's not a predator is talking to what they think is a young person. So It's a very quick process. Like, we will very quickly give the age, and if they continue to talk, obviously they're a child predator, period. Like, there's not really can't really deny that. Once that happens, we will let them lead the conversation. We don't lead with sexual intent. We let them lead with sexual intent. Those are like the three pillars of the decoying. Yes. Is we never initiate contact. We always give age right away, and we don't lead with sexual intent. They do. So when those three things happen, we always try to get them meet after set them. It could be 1 day, it could be 5 weeks, whatever it may be. We try to get them meet with them. If the meet doesn't happen, or they blow off the meet or whatever, typically in almost every case, we've gotten enough information from them to know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Once we know who they are, we will find out where they work, or we will show up at their home, go to their job, wherever it may be, and have a conversation with them there. And when we go to meet these people, we have enough information to have them arrested. All right, we know that. Sometimes some law enforcement, it all depends on what county you're in.
Right.
It's very different. We just had in Miami, we were just there 2 weeks ago, and we had basically like Hialeah. I hope I said that right. Is 20. What is that?
Mm-hmm.
So 20 miles north of Miami-Dade.
Yeah.
And we did this night by night. Like one night we drove out to Miami. One night we were in Hialeah. And Hialeah, they played no games.
Good.
They arrested him so fast. Got the proper work to proper whatever they needed to raid his home.
Yeah.
Take all his devices. They played no games with this guy. He was in jail. He's getting prosecuted. The whole nine. The very next night, we go to Miami-Dade with the first guy didn't even send nudity. He just was going to meet with the child. The second guy was going to meet with the child and sent nudity. So it was even a worse case. Miami-Dade wouldn't even touch it. They basically said, "You're a civilian-led organization. We're not gonna do anything. This guy's gonna walk home tonight." And he went home after planning to victimize a 14-year-old boy. Full intent. He was getting ready to hop in the Uber, which the Uber was us pulling up. But he was ready to hop in the car. He was standing ready to go to a 14-year-old's house and victimize him that night. And, in Miami, they wouldn't touch it. So it all depends on which county you're in.
Right.
But we always come with enough evidence to, if they're doing it properly, they can prosecute. And it's up to them if they're going to or not, So, but we always have enough evidence every time. And we always are 100% sure of our guy.
I don't doubt it. I've seen your work. Everybody who's listening or watching right now, please make sure to give these amazing dudes a follow, and we'll link to their profiles. But what possible reason would Miami-Dade have to not pursue it other than they're Miami-Dade, so they have to prioritize the worst of the worst, and there's just too much? Or is it a pride thing, like civilians caught this before we, what is it? Because it's not okay.
No, it's not okay. And it's not the only one.
We'll never know the answer to that question, really. It could be laziness, it could be pride, it could be it wasn't important enough.
Yeah.
But it should be important enough if that's the reason.
But multiple counties have done this to us.
I don't doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
one guy even trashed our whole case after telling us he arrested him, telling he put subpoenas out to have us come to court, which we never received. We found out that he got rid of the charges, and then we found out that he's actually running up with the governor trying to ban civilian-led organizations things. So he trashed our whole case, and I know that without a shadow. I can't prove it, but I know he trashed our case because he didn't want us doing what we're doing. And I had all the faith in that guy for the longest time until I talked to other officers that knew more information than I did and found out that he was the one who trashed the case. He don't want us doing what we're doing. So it all depends on what they believe and how they believe it. And but we know the most important part of our job is exposing these people to their communities, their families, their friends, their coworkers, their nieces, their nephews, their cousins. Those are the people that need to know what this monster that's actively in their life is out there doing. So as long as we expose them, we've done our job. From that point forward, we give everything to law enforcement, and we hope that they're going to do their job and prosecute them in the court of law. We want to see these guys go to prison. That's where they all deserve to be. But all we are in control of is getting the proper evidence and exposing them and giving the proper evidence to authorities. That's all we can really do from our end. And that's the most important part, that they're exposed. Now, if they can get arrested and go to prison, amazing. That's where they all need to go. But when we do our job, we're gonna expose them for what they are. And that's the most important thing to us.
I see the beautiful cross necklaces around both of your necks. Does faith have anything to do with what you're doing here? And totally fine if you don't want to talk about that.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I'd love to talk about that.
Okay. Go.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Oh, you first.
You go ahead. You take this one.
I was raised Christian and fell off for a long time, 10 years of my life. I've recently found Jesus again. Back in September, got baptized back in December, and I just try to stay with his will. Every day I pray that I'm doing his will and not my own, and he's blessed me a lot.
Wow.
In a lot of things, yes.
That's really powerful. Thank you for sharing that.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I interviewed an ICAC detective from Florida recently, and he said one of the greatest things we're fighting is people's willingness to accept the fact that evil does exist.
Mm-hmm.
There is real evil in this world. And I believe, that those of us that are making the most impact also are at the most risk. And so anyway, I will be praying for you to be surrounded by protection and to keep doing this work, because there's just so much of it, and there is not enough of a fight out there, and it's going to take a God-sized effort
sure,
to put this away.
I appreciate it very much. Yeah, I think you said earlier, I'm not perfect.
No.
I am so far from perfect.
So far.
But my faith keeps me driven. Like, my faith keeps me grounded. Like, I am doing what I do because I know God's going to take care of me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
And
Don't you make me cry.
It can be emotional. It's a scary thing, because we don't have people cutting our paychecks and things like that. Like, it's and I have a family of my own.
Yeah.
But I know this work is so important, and I know God's gonna take care of me. I know He's gonna help me figure it out.
Amen to that.
And He has so far.
On that note, how are you funded? Can people donate?
Yes. There's a couple ways.
Okay.
We do have a GoFundMe. We do have a Venmo at the top of all our profiles.
Awesome.
There's those ways you can directly donate.
Okay.
We also have merch. All the proceeds go directly to funding our operation.
Good.
That's at trulyfree.com/PTF. Very easy to remember. We have a lot more cool merch coming over the next couple months. We're gonna spend a little bit more time on that.
Yeah.
And then I'd say in about a month or so, we'll have our website up.
Okay.
And once the website up, that's going to be what truly helps us fund, because you can pay $10 and become a subscriber of the page. And that $10 is truly helpful, because the more and more people that do it, that's going to be like our base eventually,
Yes.
And then we make YouTube videos and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. TikTok's terrible. I'm sorry, but it is. Ever since new ownership took over, it's just been very difficult for our content.
Right.
They don't want our content on the platform. It's just constantly getting muted or not recommended or whatever. So we're on Instagram and Facebook. I'm very, very blessed that they've given us a platform that they have. I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't know if that's on AI, whatever happened. I'm very blessed to have the platform we do on Meta.
Yeah.
So shout out to Meta, because they've given us a huge help and an upper leg in this fight.
Good.
Because they've given us a platform to push people to the other platforms like YouTube and locals.com. Locals has been kind of a pain for us. So
what is Locals?
It's a place that you can basically, it's like you can put unedited footage, so we don't have to edit out all the words. So a YouTube video, I do all the editing for us. And a 2-hour catch, 3-hour catch could take me 10 hours.
That's why y'all don't sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
So it could take me 10 hours to edit a YouTube video down to 2 hours, because it's like, because I got every single word has to be edited out, So I got to basically watch the whole thing in length, edit it all out, go back through the whole thing in length again, and make sure it's all edited out, or it'll get demonetized. So it's a big process for YouTube. And but with those social media platforms and the merch and hopefully the website, before too long, it's not our website guys' fault. It's more our fault, because we're playing phone tag all the time.
They take longer. The websites take longer than anybody thinks. Like, there's just a lot involved.
Yep, it really does. And but once the website's done, we'll have a lot more help, because people can go there and get a lot more for their money. So like for $10, you can see all of our catches fully unedited, read all the chat logs, see a map of the country where with pins on there and case files wrapped up in it. So it's like there's going to be a lot to that website, and people are going to, I feel like that gives the most bang for people's bucks, and I want people to feel like they're getting something in return. Our merch, that's another thing, but obviously, it's a small margin in merch. I think anybody who's been in the merch game knows there's a small margin there, so it's got to sell a lot of merch for us to survive. So it's just like, between it all, it just works out.
But what people are getting in return is, because they do not have the time, resources, or know-how to go fight predators, they're helping to fight.
For sure.
That's what they're getting.
That's exactly what.
So
yes, and then we have so many people that truly believe that exact statement right there.
Good.
And they're willing to just donate because of it.
Do the work
and help. That's their way of helping this issue.
Yeah, because apparently our taxes not enough of the taxes that we pay are going to do this, and it should. Sure. But that's another topic for another day. Walk us through what a sting actually looks like from start to finish.
Okay.
How do you set it up? How do you handle the confrontation? How does law enforcement come to the picture? So we've touched on some of this, but
no, we've left out the main part.
Touched on the setup.
Okay, so what did we not cover yet of that?
Okay, so going back to the beginning real quick.
Yeah.
We put the decoys online.
Yep.
They're very young people.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yep.
Did you ever do it on Roblox?
We haven't yet.
Okay.
But we've been talking with Schlep, and we plan to do some collaboration, so sometime in the future.
Good. Okay. Yep. Please continue.
No, of course. So basically, we put the decoys online. I will reiterate, these decoys look like young teenagers. So when people reach out to these people, they're reaching out to which they already know is a very young person.
What's the youngest?
We've used 13. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We use 13 and 14 a lot. Those are our main numbers. We will use 15. Like Michigan is a 16-year-old, which I find disgusting.
Oh my gosh!
I will die on that hill. It is disgusting.
We need to change that immediately.
16 years old is way too young. I just don't care. That is so wrong.
Like you can get married. There's consent. What?
I don't want to give the definition because I'll screw it up. But the age of consent in Michigan is 16 years old, which is completely wrong. In Florida, it's 18. Florida doesn't play with child predators. They just enacted the death penalty for anybody who puts their hands on a child in a certain way under the age of 12. That's how it should be. Maybe more people will wake up. But it's the way that these states are ran. And unfortunately, we live in a state ran by the way it's ran. Yeah. And it's very unfortunate. They don't give harsher penalties to child predators, and they allow people to sleep with very young people, and it just goes underneath the law. Again, children should be the highest priority, and they're not. And that's just the fact of the matter. But back to the sting thing. Yeah. So we put these very young people online. People know it's a young person when they reach out to them. We give them the age right away. They know who they're talking to. We don't lead with sexual intent. They lead it with us. And basically, after we've gotten, like I said, it's we want to have a meetup. A meetup is best because we can control every part of it, and we want to control the most of it that we possibly can.
Right. What percentage of predators are male versus female?
It's very high male.
Yeah.
Almost fully male.
Yeah. And that's not to say women cannot be predators.
Oh, women can definitely be predators just as well, but men are more... women need more of a connection. Women need more of everything. They want more of everything from these decoys. Like they're smarter. The women, that's why they're more dangerous, to be honest with you. They're smarter than most men when it comes to these things, especially.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
And what percentage of your efforts end up with a meetup versus not?
I couldn't give you the exact percentage on that, but it's a lot heavier we get the meetup.
Really?
Yes.
And
when we go looking for them, they're a bad person. Very bad.
Wow.
We just caught a guy, which I will go back to your comment and finish the sting question.
Yeah, no, you're good. We're all over the place.
We just caught a guy in Manistee, Michigan, who was 20. This isn't as bad as this sounds. This is not new to us. But he just had retired after 25 years in law enforcement, 7 years in the military. His last 8 years in law enforcement was a detective, and he was disgusting. Horrible child predator to a 14-year-old boy.
Oh, gosh.
Mm-hmm. So, but that don't surprise us because we get a lot of those guys. I mean, a lot of them.
You know, it's interesting to me, at Bark, we've gone undercover as well. We went undercover as an 11-year-old, and the younger the child decoy is, the more inbound there is, which is also sick.
Yes.
Before I really started to study this space, I thought it was children once they'd hit puberty, but it's actually even sicker because it's younger.
Sicker.
And it's just, and so on that note, and I know we're all over the place. We can just go up, down, left, right, and come back. Don't you worry.
There's levels to the predators.
Yeah, right.
There's levels to them. There's infancy. There's adolescent. There's young teen. These people are sick, and they will go. These predators will go after everything, and that's why if you've ever seen the map of, like, in the last 6 months, how many people who have seen or watched child pornography on their computer. There's dots of it that's been coming out.
Yeah.
It's the whole country.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And have you ever confronted a predator who you felt was truly sorry, was truly repentant, who maybe had a history of abuse and just needed help?
They all seem like they do, but I feel like it's just fake remorse. It's the crocodile tears, you know?
Yeah.
I've had a couple.
I don't believe any of them personally.
He hasn't. And I respect that. I've had a couple of them that I've been like, maybe he messed up, you know. But at the end of the day, and he'll remind me very quickly, messing up like that, you don't mess up like that. You just don't. You don't talk to a 13 or 14-year-old. There's maybe the off chance of a very lonely and broken dude that no one else paid him attention, and that decoy paid him attention, right? Like that's possibility, and it's not out of the realm.
It's not excusable, but
not excusable.
It is explanatory at least.
Yeah, I see the very human side of all of this, so it always is difficult. We've gotten guys that have been in a 30-year marriage, making $150K a year with 2 kids in law enforcement themselves, and I can't help but to feel responsible, even though he's the one who did it.
Right? But it's like...
But I'm blowing apart a whole family's lives.
But you're also protecting the children that he was abusing, exactly. And that is more important.
Yep.
You know...
And that's what keeps us going, because ultimately that is the truth. And that's what I remember at the end of the day. But in the moment, it's tough.
It is tough. But it's like, I don't think any of us have been able to answer yet. Anybody on the planet that works in this space, why they do what they do. What is the common thread? Is it they were abused as children?
That's the common thread.
Is it evil? Is it like,
it's evil too.
What is is it addiction? Is it early pornographic exposure? Or like, there's what can be done to stop it before it starts? You know, yeah. I don't know if any of us will ever have the answer to this.
Yeah, less children being abused for sure. Because you can go one of 2 ways. I mean, you can go multiple ways. Once, if you've been abused, you can go multiple ways. You can choose to re-abuse and victimize children and keep that cycle going. You can choose to just find a way to live without ever abusing a child and live a normal life. You can do what we do.
That's right. That's right. You know, what you do is very dangerous. Yeah. And I know, CJ, you have a law enforcement background. Like, you both look like dudes that like I wouldn't mess with. You know what I mean? So, but I'm also 5'4", and anyway, not jacked. What, you know, like, these people are in a desperate and unpredictable state. Their lives about to be blown up. Like, all the shame is about to come to light. How do you protect yourselves? And has there ever been a moment when things have gone sideways?
Definitely things have gone sideways.
We run away.
We run away.
We did that time. We got away. Thank God. We were in a car though, and a guy came and pulled a gun on us. Yeah, he would have shot me. There's no doubt in my mind. He was going to shoot me dead. He probably would have shot him too. After.
Wear bulletproof vests, please.
Yeah, I wouldn't have stopped that one.
Oh.
We were sitting in a low car. That's why we refuse to get in cars that are low to the ground anymore. They're very easily accessible to a gun.
Wow.
I can't stand being in a car that's low to the ground because of how easy it is for somebody to shoot inside the vehicle, versus a raised up vehicle. He was going to shoot me. There's no doubt in my mind. And it wasn't even the guy we were after. It was, we were after a guy that had victimized multiple children, and he had gone to prison for a long time, like 8 years. He had been out for less than 2 years. He had been out for a short amount of time. Mm-hmm. Mind you, this same guy has chatted up every single one of our decoys since this has happened. He is sick, terminally sick. He's about 40 years old. He had a 20-year-old boyfriend. So we went to his house to expose him. He locked us out, called his mom and dad. Mom and dad come home. They kick us off the property. And this is a 40-year-old guy at mom's house, okay? Not a child, 40-year-old guy at mom's home, screaming and crying to mom, this is what they're going to do to me. I can hear him in the house saying this. And Mom comes out and says, get off my property. I said, okay, we'll go to the end of the road. We'll wait out. We're going to call the cops, and we're going to give them all the evidence. His 20-year-old boyfriend comes flying down the driveway, runs in the house. He cries to his boyfriend what we're there to do. And that 20-year-old, because he's been probably so, like, groomed by this man, he's willing to throw his whole life away right there for this already proven child predator. And we see, I'll never forget watching him run from the house to the truck, and you could see the shine off the gun because the sun was perfectly coming down. And he jumps in the truck, and he's like, as fast as the truck would go in reverse back out to us in the road. And he jumps out of the truck, and as soon as he jumps out of the truck, he starts reaching his back to pull that gun back out. And as soon as I seen his hand go back, I started screaming because it was harder for him to see where we were located, and I was screaming I was screaming at him to drive. Thank God he does what he knows what he's doing. He already had the car started. The car was in drive. The car was ready to go. The car not been started, had the car not been in drive, I hate to kill me. Oh. He was that close.
Our team off camera, I know you can't see them. We're all just like, this is not our typical interview, okay? This is wild.
He was that close. He was footsteps away. And he was going to shoot me right there. There's no doubt in my mind. I don't question that for one moment. He was ready to throw his whole life away for a child predator that had groomed him for who knows how long.
Wow. Wow. So local prosecutors in Grand Traverse County have been publicly skeptical, saying citizen-led investigations can actually compromise cases. Okay, I'm sure that can be true in some cases, but...
They're not even investigating these people anyways.
Yeah, right. And so how do you respond to the criticism, and how do you think about that line between like exposing predators with your video work and then making sure they actually face consequences?
In the beginning, it bothered me a lot how they were treating us, but I didn't say anything publicly about it, and I just kept the course, and our relationship's gotten a lot better with them.
Good.
It's not great, but it's better than it was, and they're taking a lot of our cases now.
Good.
And they're prosecuting these cases, and they're not making a public spectacle that they're doing it, but they are.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah. So I can't say at this point in time I have great things to say, but I'm really thankful that they're arresting these guys now. There was a time where they said we're not arresting these guys at all anymore on site, and that's changed. We didn't make a public spectacle of it, but it was told to us that we're not arresting them on scene no more. We'll do our own investigation after the fact. Now they're getting arrested almost every single time we bring them.
What do you think changed?
I just think that they seen us for what we were, that we're not just fly-by-nighters, vigilantes, guys that are going to be gone tomorrow.
Right.
Like, we're really passionate about this. We're working these cases, and maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's what the impression I've gotten from them, So I don't know that they like us, but if they arrest them and they prosecute them, that's all I care about.
Yeah. Well, it's about respect, and your work speaks for itself.
I think so. I want to answer your question. So these stings, we put a child online. They talk to them. We want to have a conversation. We want to have a meetup. Mm-hmm. If we don't, we will go find them. Once we do, once we get there, we usually, as soon as we approach the guy, we will have the camera slightly hung back, but not really, just out of eye shot for the first 10 seconds. I'll say, hey, dude, like, we got to talk about some things that were going on with you and somebody else. I want to have a rapport with these people. I want them to trust me and believe like we're friends for a moment, because I want them to tell me everything. And I want them not just to admit to everything that they've already admitted. I want them to tell me things that they've done to other children and give me that information. And I also want them to trust me so much that when the cops show up, they tell the cops what they did. And it works, I'd say 95% of the time.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. Well, you're very likable. You're very personal. The second you both walked in the door, I'm like, my dudes, we've never met, but like, we're in this together.
Yeah. Some cops will, but a lot of cops can't get that information because immediately they're going to clam up.
Yeah. It's like immediately no.
Like, I'm not going to jail. I'm going to tell a cop what I did. But they'll tell me because they think that we're friends and we built this rapport with each other, and that if they tell me these things, I'm not going to call the cops. But he knows, like, it's one of these, anything like that, I've got enough information, call the cops. And then he'll slightly move off, call the cops. And then almost every time they'll just pull in and walk right up before the guy even sees him coming, and then turns around, bam, cops right there. And then I'm like, you're not gonna message no 14-year-old boys no more, right? And like, I'm like, how old's the kid you've been talking to? And did you do this, that, or this? And they're admitting that on body camera to the police right away. And that's giving the police enough right there to start investigating. Like, okay, now I see what's going on here. I see that this guy did this. Now I need to prove it, and it starts it off good. That's what we need with the cops.
Are there places where the need for your work feels more urgent than others? Obviously, you're active across Michigan. You've mentioned Florida, but like...
That's a hard question. I wouldn't say so. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. I say this, I've said this a lot. Every state, every county, every community, every neighborhood. You give me just a little bit of time, I will find a predator.
Every demographic.
Everywhere.
The wealthiest, the
whole
poorest.
Country. Doesn't matter.
Pastors.
They're everywhere.
Legislators,
police
teachers,
officers,
coaches, police officers.
EMTs, a lot of police. Yeah, school employees. They're everywhere. They're infested.
Dads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Your softball coaches, your football coaches, like they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
So when you've caught someone, you turn them over or expose them publicly. What happens next? And like, have the people you've caught actually gone to prison, or is that still work in progress?
Still working on that because we started 4 months ago, so some of our cases are going up to prosecution right now, and they're working their way through the court system. We still have guys that we caught 3 months ago still sitting in jail right now waiting for a court date.
Wait, hold up. You just started this 4 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how amazing that is? That your work has made it to where it has, like, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's amazing. No, yeah, of course, it's only been 4 months. Mm-hmm. The court system is so slow. Yeah. So, like, yeah, TBD. Yep. 4 months. Mm-hmm. Wow.
And I think I do put a lot of that in because I feel like I went to college for this. Like I studied every aspect of this. I was ready to go that first day. Like I had been studying it for years in every aspect, how to interrogate, how to build this business, how to monetize it, how to every part of it I had studied for years.
Wow.
And so this was not new to me when I started. Yeah. I was ready to go.
It's go time.
Yep.
Wow.
That's like, just kind of goes to show you can really do anything you really want. You just got to prepare and execute.
Yeah. Yeah. Put one step in front of the other,
Yeah.
Okay. So CJ, you mentioned you're going on 1 hour sleep, which bless your heart. That's what we say here in the South.
I almost fell asleep a second ago.
Yeah. If you want to you go ahead. You go ahead. We'll wake you up when it's time to answer a question. But like, you have to protect your mental health so that you are at your optimal physical and mental health for the work you do. Mm-hmm. So like, in case you're not already, just please, oxygen mask analogy. Y'all can't protect kids if you aren't taking care of yourself first.
You're right.
It's true.
You're right.
So please, like mom talk right now.
We try to do that. We do try to take care of ourselves, but
I go to a really amazing church in our home state. I get a lot of support about what I do at that church.
Good.
They've accepted me with open arms. I started going there back in October, got baptized there. God is my mental recovery.
Good. But also sleep.
Prayer. Yeah. Sleep helps. Sleep
a
helps
little more.
Quite a bit.
We get our sleep in.
Okay.
We go on binges where we work an enormous amount too.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Okay.
All just depends what's coming up on the who's around and who needs to be caught. And,
I get it, and that adrenaline is real. I get it. I've been there.
Oh yeah, it's every catch is a rush.
It was wild. Back in 2009, I used a Snapchat filter to de-age myself. Back then I was 40, And like, it made me look really 11. Like I was able to like look at pictures of myself from when I was 11 compared to what Snapchat did. And I was like, this is scary.
And that was how many years ago?
Now 6.
Yeah.
So like things have gotten
way better.
Way better.
Years.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of parents watching this might be thinking, I want to make sure my kid is never in a situation where groups like yours even need to step in.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. What do you wish more parents realized about predators?
Oh man, that's a hard that's hard. They will do anything they can possibly do to creep in.
They're smart.
They will pull on they will find out your weaknesses and they will work on those.
They're evil but smart.
They're very smart. That's one thing people don't realize about some predators are stupid.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But the worst ones are so intelligent. And that's the scariest part. They're very smart, and they will find your weaknesses in your home. They will find homes that don't have fathers. They will work their way into those homes just to prey on the children. Like these guys play the long game. They're there for the long game. They'll play it for 2-3 years if need be, just to sleep with your child. Like they will build those relationships over time, and you have to be prepared. Like, and that's one big thing of why when you guys reached out to us, we were really happy about it. One thing I have always said about with my kids personally is honesty is the most important thing. Honesty about all of it.
Yeah. The
realities of what can happen. Being truthful, that raw truth of what can really happen to kids if they choose to go astray or trust these strangers or whatever it may be. So honesty is really big in my home.
You're a parent.
Yes. Of
3 kids.
Of 3 kids. 4 kids.
4 kids.
4 kids.
Parents of wow.
Yeah.
And so you're in the thick of it.
Yeah. It was another strong reason why we do what we do.
Yeah.
But one big part of our company that we want to add into it is not just to catch these guys, but to teach parents how to protect their kids and the educational part of it. And we don't really want to. We're going to figure out a way to get that to them, in education. Like, so when you guys reached out, I've known about you guys since, I don't know, there's a guy on TikTok that used to just like talk about it on live all the time. I just watch him talking about like this app that did the things that you guys do. And when you guys reached out, I'm like, there's no way that's them. I'm like, that is who we need. Like, we need them because there's so many parents that want to protect their kids and don't know how.
Yes.
This is an amazing way to do it.
Oh my gosh.
Bark.
Yes. Will you share about Bark on your, not to put you on the spot.
No,
like, totally
we want to be able to like, we want to put out an ebook soon on how to how parents can protect their kids from online predators or watch for signs of suicide, ideology, any depression, eating disorders, things like that. And you guys are like one of the biggest ways to do that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's one of the things that just like kills me is when a parent hears about Bark for the first time, they're like, I didn't know you existed.
Most people don't know these things.
Yeah. Like, you don't have to choose Bark, but at least you need to be able to know.
Yeah.
You need to be able to know that there is safer tech for a child. Mm-hmm. You need to know that if and when you give your child tech, the things that you need to do to make it safer for them, whether it's through your internet service provider, through the filters, through giving social media platforms your child's real age, through the monitoring that we offer, through, our smartphone, if a child goes to take a nude, won't even let that phone capture that nude media, preventing sexting before it even starts, right?
That's awesome.
So anyway.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Shout out to our entire team at Bark that has been doing this since 2015. And we're saving lives every day. And I thank you for... I'm glad you had heard about us.
Yeah, not only heard about you guys. When you guys reached out, I was excited about it because we've been talking about doing something on when we have the website up, and even our link tree now, just having a educational part for parents. Awesome. That would be huge to have in the educational part. Hey, this is the app. Go check this app out. Install it. Bring it into your home. Yeah. And, put up that safeguard for your family.
Thank you.
So,
yeah, well, y'all don't have to reinvent the wheel. We have so much content you're welcome to use for free, repurpose. We can collaborate offline about that because that's, we are very, very passionate about empowering and educating both parents and kids.
Yeah.
It's not just all about control and you do what I say when I say it, even though that's how I was raised. It's about honest conversations.
Yep.
This is what's really out there. It is my job to protect you.
Exactly.
I can't just let the whole world access you 24/7, 365 in your bedroom.
Exactly.
Is that how it works?
Nope.
All right.
I was really happy that you guys called.
Aww.
I thought this was a really cool opportunity for us to give parents a lot of parents ask for this, for how do I stop this? And I in my videos, you'll see me when I got to think of things off the top of my, it would be like, well, how did the predators will ask me how to figure out. I say, they have an app. They have the mother or the father have an app installed in their home that picks up these key words, and they picked up your conversation. They looked into it and they seen the conversation you guys were having. They reached out to me. I say that is like a trigger right there. I'm getting 100 messages.
Wow.
What app is that?
Wow.
What app is this? How can I get this app? What are you talking about?
Wow.
And I'm like, well, it exists. I just made that up, but it exists. And when this is you guys have great stuff.
Thank you.
So
so what app is that?
Bark.
Thank you. Let's say that out loud.
Yeah, no, for sure. I really think you guys have an awesome thing here, and we would love to be able to promote that to our audience.
Yeah, let's go. Let's save more kids.
That's at the end of the day. That's
what's important, right?
Yeah.
And I don't care if you use Bark or something else.
Yeah.
I just don't know of anything else that's as good as Bark. But if there is, great. Let me know about it. Use it. Just use something.
Anything we can do to win the war, the real war, the spiritual war against these child predators, we want it.
That's right.
We want it on our side.
So what's next for Pred Task Force? What does the future of this work look like to you? Website's live. You got recurring revenue from subscriptions in. What's next?
More decoys.
Okay.
Across the country, catching more people.
Okay. And if somebody can be a decoy, they just reach out to you?
Yes. We have a process for that we are very, very meticulous about.
Okay.
We don't work with anybody, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We are very, very meticulous about who we work with.
Okay.
We don't let nobody in because there's a lot of trust involved in this with us. We all trust each other. Everybody who you guys don't know and you guys don't see it, but as a part of our team, we trust very much.
Yeah.
And it's going to stay that way.
Amazing.
Or that person's gone. But yeah, so we would more decoys across the country. Eventually, one day, more people like us that we trust, that can cover more ground. Right now, we can cover all the ground, even if it is traveling 24/7. We can cover it for now. Eventually, we want to have more decoys, and more decoys will be more cases, and more cases are going to need more people like us. Which you can't just really find. It's a very difficult thing to find, but in time with those right people, God will put those people in our lives, and we'll trust those people, and there will be another duo or trio out there doing what we're doing alongside Pred Task Force, and then there'll be another one, and then there'll be another one, and that'll be it.
Continue to scale it. That's awesome.
Because unfortunately, I believe my company, our company, will grow faster than the government puts the task force out there that should be out there protecting kids. So.
Until I become president.
You got my vote.
Thank you.
Every county should have a task force.
There's no reason not to. There's no reason not to.
No, I would love to hear the reasons on why there's not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's debate it.
Yeah.
Tell me what your reason is.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd love to hear it.
Yep, because kids are the next generation, our future leaders, our future government, our future congressmen, our future presidents, our future, and they're being destroyed by these people. So there's no reason that they're not the top priority, and they're not at all. So some counties do. Some counties make it a higher priority, and we have the highest respect for those counties, even if they don't like us, because usually those counties that operate at a very high level, that are week in and week out busting these guys and have every app on social media patrolled.
Yeah.
They don't like civilian-led organizations because they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I get it. I don't care if you like me or not. I don't care. But as long as you're protecting the kids in your county, good for you. So salute you guys. Awesome. I wish there was more of you.
I wonder if it would make sense once your website is live to have like a page dedicated to like those counties that are like they're like these are the counties doing it right. These are the counties that care. So it's like the ones that don't or suck, you don't have to throw them under the bus. But it's like, well, if they're not on our list, there might be a reason. So like, shout out the people that are doing the good work. And
it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, and everybody who lives near those counties, like, bake those people cookies, bring them food, bring them coffee.
Yep, and vote the right people in.
That's right.
Vote people in that care about the children.
That's right. I've got a final question for both of you.
Okay.
I'm going to ask for 1 to 3 or however many pieces of advice that you wish you could give your younger self.
Oh, God.
So, like, mine, sorry.
My younger self.
Yeah, and I'll start just for, like, like, don't smoke cigarettes. Like, don't do that. It's not good for you. Don't do that. It's not good. What else? I mean, like, there's a laundry list of things I would like to tell younger Titania. Any advice you'd like to give your younger self? Could be 1 piece, could be 3 pieces, whatever.
I would have told myself to listen to my parents and kept playing hockey. If I would have done those 2 things, I might not have ended up on heroin for 15 years. So.
Wow.
Yeah, I was on drugs. I was from 12 years old on. 12 years old, I got addicted to pain pills. 13, I was dope sick every day. 15, I was on heroin. 16, I was shooting heroin. And it was, I was going to high school while shooting heroin. And,
wow.
Yeah, it was something. I've been sober for almost 10 years now. But
Congrats.
It was a long run.
That takes a lot of strength.
Yeah.
And a lot of humility to be able to share that. And thank you. Yeah, I'm so glad you're in a better place.
That's where social media, like, where I kind of learned social media games, because I was just shared a post one day, like, I've been sober for this long, and, if you're in a really dark time, I promise you I've been through the worst of it. My only brother, my only sibling died of an overdose. So I went through a very dark time with, like, drugs and losing people, and all the people I grew up with are dead. I mean, and that's not even slightly joking. Because I grew up in Detroit. And like my area, the suburb I was growing, I was in the city and then in a suburb. And the suburb I was in was just everybody was addicted. Like it was really bad. And so a lot of those people died in their late teens and 20s. So, I was just like I went through a lot of shit as a young person. And if I would have just stayed playing hockey and listened to my parents, I probably could avoid a lot of pain in my life. But it's also brought me to where I am today. So.
Thank you for sharing that. And again, I'm so glad you're on the other side and you made it
too.
through. What about you, CJ?
I'd say stay away from alcohol. And go back to church.
Yep. plus 1 to both of those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me add find God too.
Yeah.
At a younger age than what I did.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do, for your time. May God bless and protect you and your families. And I can't wait to do more work with you. Let's save more kids.
Let's do it. If anybody's watching, just definitely give God a shot, because He will change your life. There's no doubt about it.